Ego authority. Ego authority is, again, one of the less common authorities. And with ego authority, again, this may be a little confusing, so please stay with me. There are two different configurations that can lead to ego authority. If the ego is connected to the throat, we have a manifestor. And so the manifestor with ego authority is obviously much different than the projector with ego authority, which is the ego connected to the G, which we'll do here in a second. But again, I stress, always go back to aura. It's going to take time to understand ego authority. It is. It's another one of the frequency-based authorities. It means that you have to learn to hear it in your own words, your own truth of your will speaking, and it has to be correct for you to initiate something. Remember what the role of the manifestor is. It is here to inform and impact. An ego manifestor that is not following its authority is a very, very dangerous thing because it's got willpower and it's got an aura like a tank that can punch through a brick wall. You know, if you've got ego authority, you need to really, really get good at hearing the truth of your own voice. It means that it's connected to the throat, and so it's even easier to hear through your voice than the projector, which we're going to do next. But it means that you are here to be involved in the material plane. You are here to know about the bargain. You are here to know about the tribe and the deal. This is a place where you can make promises from. You can bring impact by using your willpower correctly. But again, if you're operating out of any of those other open centers, you are a highly, highly dangerous creature and probably creating all sorts of havoc in your life because each time you move, you are making waves that go out and affect everybody in your environment. If you're a manifestor with ego authority, again, I would just practice with the voice. I would forget ego for now and learn frequency. I would learn to hear the truth, your own truth in your voice. You know, this may be slightly different than the way other teachers are teaching it, but this is what we have seen and experimented with and proven to ourselves that this will work. This does work for the ego manifestor. I have two very close ego manifestor friends now, and they are, it is so obvious when their will speaks. They hear it, I hear it, and it is an incredible thing for them to actually go, wow, that was me. Wow, that was me. Okay, that was me. And all that other stuff was just stuff and what we call blah, blah. You know, a lot of blah, blah's got to go on in order to find the frequency. It's almost like learning to tune the radio to the right channel. But again, focus on the aura. Focus on understanding what your aura is doing and who you're impacting and how it's working more than the authority at first. You are here to initiate what's correct for you in your life. You are not here to respond. You are not here to be invited. You are here to see what is correct for you on the material plane and initiate it. And you can only get to that truth by hearing the will to do it in your own voice. For the projector with ego authority, a slightly different configuration. The ego connected to the self. This is the will to have yourself, literally. And again, frequency. You know, yes, the ego is about the material plane, and yes, the G center is about love and direction. So you could say the will to have the right love and direction in the life. You know, there's only one channel that can do this, and it's the channel of initiation. But if you're a projector, it's quite a thing to have the channel of initiation and be a projector, right? Because you need to be invited to initiate something. You need to be invited to be initiated into something, which you're being invited to right now. I'm inviting you, projector. If this is the way you are configured, I have only seen one or two people even get close to pulling this one off. It's very obscure. I think it's actually less common even than being a reflector. I don't remember the percentages, but it's a very rare authority to have this way. But that means that you're not your emotions. You're not your intuition. You're not your energy. You're not your mind. You're not. I mean, understand that. Everything that you've been playing up here in your head as you is likely not you. And as a projector, your gift is to be recognized and seen and see and recognize. So learn to see yourself. Learn to hear the frequency of yourself through your own voice. Again, same as the manifester in this area. All these open centers will sound tinny. They'll sound fake. They'll sound like a bad phone connection, hollow, just like they look on the chart. They'll sound that way. So you may need to do some blah blah. You may need to have a friend or two you can blah blah with. But when it's correct and you're invited, you will have the will to carry out who and what you are in this life. And until then, there is nothing for you to do. You can sit, relax, and wait. Because, being a projector is a really, really cool thing when you understand it. And it's painfully dreadful when you don't. Because you've got an arrow in everyone's chest. And you start adding words to that with willpower, man, are you going to meet with resistance and people not digging what you're doing. So please, learn your aura. Understand what your aura is. And as you develop your understanding of your aura, be listening for when your will actually speaks. And then you will be invited and initiated into the right things. You very well may be being invited and initiated into the right thing right now. And then in turn, you will be there to initiate others into the correct path. But you will only do that by having the will to back yourself up. Again, if you've got ego authority, either as the projector or the manifester, you are here to know about the material plane. You are here to make promises when it's really correct for your life, and you've got the will to back it up. Most of us don't have willpower. I think over 70% or about 70% of the planet has no willpower. You guys are the only ones that can actually back up your will. You have the will to do it. You have the will to carry on. You have the will to drive. And this is a motor that drives you. And it's here to know about the material plane and know what's good and not good for the tribe and the self. I hope that helps. I know this one is a bit confusing and we continue to experiment with it daily. We have a few good examples of this here in Kauai. And I'm sure there's others evolving around the planet as we speak. Hopefully they'll be available soon also for consultations. Aloha.